Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I am Vince Cole Muhammad, author of the book Consequence. As an artist, also known as Cole Black, COLBLAC, which is the essence of life before we put the sun in the sky. It was just cold and black. Triple darkness gave birth to all that you see, which segues me into my topic for today, and that is relationships. But I do want to touch bases on Muslims in America since George Washington, which was stated by Hillary Clinton during a debate last Sunday night. But first, relationships. Relationships should be the easiest thing on the planet, because you were created with the mindset to reproduce, to multiply, and to subdue the earth. It's already in your nature. Relationships is already in your DNA. Now, what happened was, you have a new, let's say, you had a new system that came upon the planet. And in that system, relationships wasn't focused on highly. The women wasn't respected. The women wasn't seen as an equal counterpart into the success of everyday life. 100% male dominated. Not like what you've seen in Egypt, where you had women rulers. Women was held at a higher standard. But the way that they went about relationships in ancient times, let's say Egypt, Nubia, was in accordance with the universal law that pertained to man and woman. And they understood the value. They understood that you can learn from each other. Me and my wife been together for over 16 years. Due to the fact that of mutual respect. I could never be a woman, and she could never be a man. So I trust in her womanhood. She trusts in my manhood. And we get out and make things happen, because also we understand that there's a God within both of us that we can call on, and that we can tap into this universe and bring out of this universe something that we created with our minds, that comes out in real time, in reality, that we can use to help us in this journey called life together in a partnership. Understanding each other's roles, because it is a business also. Marriage is a business. The workings of marriages, some things has to get done whether you feel like it or not. Because that maintains peace. And if peace is sought out, and if peace is at the focal point, then the things that you do and the things that she does is geared towards peace. So anytime someone's working in harmony towards peace, but you're mad at it. Although you will have some squabbles. Squabbles, who don't have squabbles? Squabbles, that's a part of life. You're gonna have some disagreements because God didn't create any two things alike. Even snowflakes are different. Nothing's alike, so there are gonna be disagreements, but the disagreements is the strength that when you learn from the disagreements and you sit down, you put that heat into the argument, then you sit down and go over it and you find a solution, and you seek truth and you get peace. That's a wonderful feeling. That's like I guess considered no pain, no gain, meaning there's going to be some pain, in a sense that on occasions, two people, adults, might not see eye to eye on a situation. That's when you break out the mathematics and the science of it. What's more logical? What makes sense? How can we build from this? How can we grow from it? Since both intentions are to grow and have abundance, how can we grow and have abundance if we take this approach? If we take your approach, how would that lead us to a better life? And if we take my approach, how would my approach lead to a better life? What evidence, what proof, what study, what research did I did to prove that my standing on this particular issue is the right standing? I mean, it's simple because it's part of your nature. So it's going to do what it does anyway without the help or aid of the two people that's joined together, because you joined together by nature. It was put in your nature for man and woman to seek each other out. So when you arrive to that point, the rest is upkeep, maintaining, finding fun things to do, maintaining the material, maintaining the physical. It's all a part of it. But the direction, the purpose, the learning from each other, that's automatic. The growth together as a couple, anytime you spend time around anything, you're going to learn more and more about it each day. And anytime you're working towards success and peace, then you're working out of a good spirit of abundance and accomplishment. That's the goal. To build, raise children, enjoy life, take trips, vacation, make money, make love. It's all. That's what the whole system, because it's a system of relationships or being in a relationship. It's work. You have a routine. You have certain things you have to do. It has to get done to keep harmony and peace. But once you get it, you have to maintain it. It means you have to put some work, some thoughts, and effort into it so it can continually grow. So yeah, that's my take on relationships. It's a fun thing when you're looking at it from the point of view of building, when you look at it from the view of achieving a companion, peace, love, harmony, creating the next generation, creating scholars, to take this planet and to take this life experience to a greater height. Like Brother Farrakhan said, the next cure for cancer, scholars and next builders is coming right out the womb of a woman. Because man and woman will be the problem solvers. A problem that we face in this generation, the solution is on the way through the womb of a woman that's going to come with the answers to the problem that we are facing today, so the next generation after them won't have to face the same thing. If we couldn't come up with a sound solution, trust me, there's one being born in the works today. Sole purpose is to tackle whatever particular issue that may be facing society as of today. Hillary Clinton, I want to touch briefly because I want to do some more research, because I want to come with names. I do know of the 1790 Sundry Act, as I'd say Sundry, S-U-N-D-R-Y, about the black Muslims or Moors that were in America who had a trial, a hearing, and they were citizens of Morocco, and the citizens of Morocco in America were supposed to be treated with the utmost respect. They tried to slave them, almost similar to Dred Scott in the case, in a sense, except that these guys were cleared and these guys could walk throughout the streets. I believe whether New Jersey, New York, they could walk about the streets without being harassed or treated as a slave. Then that was 1790. But going back prior to 1790, you have slaves that were captured, and some were many were Muslims. Ibn Said, who translated the Quran into English or written out a Quran for Thomas Jefferson. He had a Quran, Thomas Jefferson. Ibn Said. Muslims been throughout America, and there's some account of Arabic being spoken in the Americas, especially regarding the Cherokee. So, this topic, John Henson, or Moore, they call Abraham Lincoln the Moor. The professor. The professor is a very interesting character. Some say the professor will live to be, I think, 300-400 years old. Say the professor you would see him, he'd come in and out of reality. When they were meeting to draft up the Constitution, I believe, some arguing and some bickering was going on, and the professor came in and set things right. I might be wrong, but I'm thinking that the professor, if you look at the movie Django and you look at the role that my boy Samuel L. played, the Tom, if you notice, he really actually was running the show. He had control of the checkbook. And the question would be asked is, why is this black man who has the power of the pen because he's writing out the money. He actually running the show. He was running the show for Leo DiCaprio's father in the script of the movie. So he had knowledge, privilege. But why was he so hard on his own? Meaning, it almost seems as though that he created a world where he played the Tom, and he played the Tom well. But on the backside of that, he was running the show. When something went down, when they found out that the lady, the female, she knew Django, and while Leo DiCaprio was at the table with his meal, he made him get up from that table to come see what I'm talking about. He got up from that table to come see what was going on, because the Tom Samuel, he had the information. He had the run of the place. So why didn't he help the other blacks to escape or up their game? Why didn't he create a united front? He was sitting in the seat. He was seeing everything. But I guess the question is, what was his loyalty? Or better yet, what was his angle? What was his purpose? Was he thinking that if I outlive them, or I can take over the operations of this place, I can run this place? Or did he say, I've been in the house for so long, I wouldn't know how to make it out there on my own, so I don't have a choice but to stay here and play the part? And if you did stay there and play the part, and he understood the power that he had, why be so harsh to his own kind? Or is it the same narrative that black people, that I have it and you don't? I'm better than you because I can put the suit on and I can go up in the big house when I want. I can grab me some sweet bread off the table whenever I want to because I have that privilege, and you don't. And if he did saw any good or any privileges in the way he was living, why didn't he want to share those same privileges and show them how they can have those same privileges as well? And why didn't he recognize the fact that you were seen and will always be seen as a slave in the eyes of the slave master? You know, it's something into that character. Obviously, he can write. He's writing out checks. He was strategically planning schemes. He was the architect of what to do. He was schooling the master behind the desk. Telling white folk what to do. Did he cut a deal and say, hey, look, I can keep these niggas in line. I can keep these niggas in line. You just do this, let me worry about the rest, and we both gonna come up like fat cats. Yaku. Was he's a descendant of Yaku, teaching them how to rule over us, teaching them how the tricks on how to trick us into submission. Because you have some of those coons around today who will teach their former slave masters, or you're how to manipulate black people, or how to create a false agenda, and they know the real hidden agenda, but they lead you on a wild goose chase. Give you something to play with while they're over here controlling the world. You know the type black people where you say, something ain't right with this police brutality. There's a reason why Colin Kaepernick is taking the knee and so many other people joining him. Then you have that one who would say, well, like in the Mary J. Blige singing to Hillary Clinton, be polite. Get your hand out your pocket. You're going to have those who will work to subdue the people in order to make the slave masters feel comfortable. Or the slave master goes to those type Negroes and tell them, I see something brewing, I see Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. I'm seeing black folks saying they want justice. I'm seeing people starting to articulate their gripes a little more. Then they'll call, then they sit down at the table with their team and say, well, which black that will have the most influence over this particular topic? And they gather around and they say, okay, it's so-and-so, so-and-so. They say, okay, well, look, so-and-so, so-and-so, I'm going to need you to make a song, or I'm going to need you, whatever you know how to connect with this crowd of people who screaming justice and equality. I need you to quell that. I need you to calm that down. Whatever method you may use, if it's a song, a lecture, or speech, or give them turkeys or whatever, but you convince them to get those thoughts about their head, and you convince them quick. And they run out there. Look, y'all. We all Americans. We just got to know our role, what to play. Stop trying to be the CEO. Stop trying to be the president. Stop trying to build an international trade with different countries and whatnot. That's too much. That's too much for y'all to be thinking about. That don't worry about those issues. It's too complicated for your feeble mind. Let the good white slave masters, let them figure all that stuff out. You just sit down and write you a new rap. Yeah, that's what you do. You just sit down and create you a rap. That'll make it better for everybody. You don't get involved in in matters that's beyond your comprehension. You don't want to do that. You just go out there and play catch. You know, you start talking about building empires, and when I say empire, I'm talking about empire. You start talking about building empires and agriculture and taking your destiny into your own hands. You'll see them come out the wood when the movement is moving in the direction of people that actually trying to get together and they got their heart, their mind focused, and they said, look, we finna do this thing. And then the wave spreads, and it's like a fever. That energy starts spreading throughout the communities, throughout the different cities and towns in this nation. And you saw it in last year when they boycotted Christmas. It was a wave. And then you seen the results of that boycott. Because they say, yeah, why spend money in a system that doesn't give me justice? And after all of that, more and more black men shot down by the boys in blue. Not just white officers, you had some black officers too. But I believe, and I could be wrong, the black officers want to be a part of, want to get into that fraternal order. You know, they want to be members too. They want to be accepted. They grew up in the hood. Some of these black officers, they know the type. They say, well, hell, if he go wrong and I shoot him, he wasn't a productive member of society anyway. I'm just helping the community out. You know, I'm helping the people out. I put a couple of bullets in him. It's like a gang initiation. Put a couple of bullets in him, drop him. He had a gun, something in his hand, whatnot. I mean, I knew he didn't have any standings. I wouldn't have dared done that to a black person who's a upstanding member of the community, who's out there building, and that wouldn't have never happened. This guy I shot, y'all shouldn't even be mad over, because he wasn't producing anything productive in the community anyway. That's the mind. That's what they hide under. That's the mindset they hide under. The fact that now you sacrifice the life because you want to be a part of something so bad, so that you can be trusted and you can get in. You pop one. Now, but trust me, it will all be for naught, because they'll let you attend one or two, maybe even 3 meetings, but then after that, they don't try to find a way to get rid of you. Your desire to be a part of it is so strong that it's gonna blind you at first. Because your ultimate goal is the materialism that's around it. You want to put the regalia on. You want to, play the part. You want to act the part, That is for a time. Then when reality start kicking in, because you got several motives. I get in with this team, I'm going to make extra money. I need the money. They solid. Everybody keep their mouth closed. Shake down a few drug dealers, we keep the money. Hey, nobody talks. It's all good. I can get in. I can get into that system. But after a while, you will become a liability, because they'll be willing to go places farther than your mind ever could have reached. In certain things, as being a black male, you're gonna draw the line somewhere. You can't do it. Now you become a liability. You're going to say, wait, this goes against my very nature. This goes against the core of my being. You can't do a person like that. That's when you become the enemy. Because the next response is, what are you saying? You better than us? when you saying your moral character is higher than us, are you judging me? And then I'm not judging. I'm just saying, man, this is too far. You know, that's the game. Stop and pay this toll. How you doing today, bro? I'm right. They don't get their toll money. I appreciate that. You too, bro. They gonna get their toll money, man. Hey, speaking on the toll, I just paid the toll. Speaking on the toll, initially in Houston, the toll was, we're gonna put this toll up, and then when it pays for itself, then it's gonna be free because we want to eliminate the traffic, cut back on traffic. Man, that was about 30 years ago. Toll probably been paid for, hell, 100 times over. But and they steady going up on the price. That's another political game. Tollways and lottery. Gonna help fund schools. In some instances, they still looking for the money, but that's a political game. But yeah, you know, they want to get in and be a part of, or their curiosity. A lot of times they wind up being a scapegoat. I mean, in some instances, black people learn the hard way. I mean, a black person could have just got out of that and he said, man, this is hell. You'll do better going creating your own thing to where you monitor it and you're the owner, operator of it, and you call the shots in your favor, and trust me, that'll bring you a peace of mind. They could have just came, because they could tell you, hey man, I just came out of that situation, I thought the grass was green on the other side, I wanted to be a part of it, I wanted to get some of this money that they were sharing. Man, I badly escaped out of there with my life. And the brother looked at him, oh, that's because you're a dumb nigga. You don't know what the hell you doing. Wait till I get up in there. I'm going to show him how it's done. He get up in there, energized, fired up, ready to go. They'll take him on his end. Racial joke over here. Racial photo over here. See a noose hanging off the locker. But, you know, it's all still fun and games to him, to the black person. He's still laughing with him. Oh, man, y'all so crazy. Noose it's an old one, but it still pack a punch till this day. You know, they still laughing around. Then one day, make another comment about Obama. Call him all kind of names, and now it's starting to hit home. Hey, guys, we all Americans. We all brothers. We all people. You know, let's get along and have fun and focus on the mission. Let's go out there and get some more of this money. You know, they say, okay, well, we're going to stop by the park, man. We off work. Let's all stop and go have a few beers. And the brother like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sit back, relax, man. Talk about how good life is. They get out there to the park and start drinking. 4 of them, heat on the black. One turns and looks at him. He's still not aware of what's going down. Another one turns and look at it. Now he's starting to feel like, you know, he's looking around and now he don't see no other black people around. That's when the panic started kicking in. When you're in a situation, you look around and you see you the only one. That means you have no aid coming. You out there with them, drinking. Talking about hunting and fishing. Next thing you know, they start walking towards you. Now you feel like you in a fright movie. You being chased. Before you know it, they got you tied to the back of a truck like they did Brother Bird and Jasper, James Bird. All because we won't, and there's nothing wrong with seeking peace and friendship. Nothing wrong with that. But it's the motive behind it. You seeking peace and friendship because you want to fit in, or you saying my life and who I am and what I aspire to be is nothing unless I'm accepted by white people, or unless I'm accepted in a white supremacist society. That will validate my worth. Not the fact that the God is within and you create and build your own destiny how you see it. You put your guard down, your inner guard. You put your inner guard down, then you look to other people to be your guard, or to show you the way, or to give you guidance, or how to teach you how to be an American. When your ancestors was here long before there ever was called in America. People go back to when the planet was called Asia, the whole planet. So, you drop your guard, and picked up somebody else's guard. And then you want that person to tell you all the inner workings of their guard and how it works. As if they tell you, you wasn't born into the race. You don't have the intricate, the essence of how what was believed among a particular race, where it started from, where it came from, and why they had to do it that way, because you wasn't there. But when that particular race came into power and started ruling, you felt as though their rule would be better than the rule of your own ancestors. So basically, what you are saying is, what you had to put, or what you have to offer that's placed on the table is better than freedom, justice, and equality. Because you're not getting freedom, justice, and equality in this judicial system. But instead of seeking freedom, justice, and equality, independence, instead of seeking that, what's being done is let me accept my fate, or these cards that I was dealt with, and if I be a good servant, maybe one day I'll be treated as an equal, and there'll be more whites who want to see me as an equal than the whites who don't want to see me as an equal. like Tariq Nasheed said. He said that, yeah, of course, there's some good whites. Not all whites are bad or racist or white supremacists, but too many of them are. You got more that leans towards white supremacy or racism than you do that don't. And you can tell the starch racists because they'll ask the question, am I racist? What is a racist? What is that? What is racist? They'll want to wordplay with you. You know, they'll put that wordplay on you. Like you don't know what the hell you talking about, or you know, like they can throw the stardust in your eyes. They can have you dazed and confused with the power of words and meaning of words. Because once again, the narrative that they put out is the black man's mind is feeble. He can't handle much. That's a lie that was told to the public. And yeah, some believe that lie and took on those characteristics or those attributes of a feeble-minded person because they felt like they would be accepted more into white society, give up their identity. But you got a lot of blacks out there who look at this race thing from a different point of view. A lot is saying, hey, look, I am who I am. I love who I am. I see things on this planet that I want to achieve and that I want to have. And I'm finna go get it. And I won't be stopped. And I will deal with racism by any means necessary. To be free, to live in peace, and to enjoy my time on this planet without being heckled and harassed by a white supremacist who in their mind feels as though I have no right to be in America or on this planet when my ancestors were in America before you ever showed up and we were on the planet before you showed up. So how dare you gonna have a notion that black people shouldn't be here? How you gonna tell a Native American to go back where you came from? You know, how you gonna tell the Native American and say this is your land? With a straight face. And the whole world is looking like, come on man, look. One thing I can say about this presidential election is that, like the song say, everything's out in the open. There's nothing left to hide. The Johnny Taylor. The vows have been broken. Anyway, doing my rendition. But Trump and Hillary put everything I know. Hey, it is what it is. You know, look, Trump, yeah, I move money around, give me a tax break. That's how it goes down. Yeah, I talk about women, I call it locker room talk, but it was real close to a sexual perversion. But everything's out in the open. Hillary, yeah, you know, hey, man, protect yourself. You can use a private server. If the heat get on you, you know, delete some emails. Bleach spit some emails. That don't work. Get your hammer, destroy some blackberries. Hey, man, this is how it goes down in our world, is what they telling them. This is how it goes down in our world. The only people shocked is black people. White, they had even what? They had a group of white women was saying, hey, my brother and father talk like that. It didn't bother me none. You know, we blacks the only one who's like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. In other words, what they saying is, I can't believe good white folk is acting like this. Henry around here lying. I thought Henry was Mother Teresa. You know, look. But they basically saying that white people don't do anything that's gonna disrupt my image of you. This is some Negroes. I'm not either coon. We not talking about black. Black folks already know how down and dirty it gets. And we talking about the ones who still was holding on, hanging on to this false reality that plus you had some black folks who felt like all white folks. You know you could tell when they look at them and they couldn't even look you in the eye. This Verbal Pig Radio, we out.